welcome to your Conscious Choices for Wellness podcast, hosted by B. Crutelli. This is a space for everyone to learn anything and everything related to healthy healing, including naturopathic medicine, music, dance, yoga, meditation, eco-fashion, mothering, and organic lifestyle choices. Topics for expanding universal consciousness. Come join me weekly as we delve in and begin this journey, sharing valuable content gathered over the past 3 decades, helping to support a healthier and more sustainable future for all. Hello and welcome to my listeners. Today is the weekend of Valentine's Day, quote unquote, Valentine's Day in the United States of America. I'm not sure, actually, I didn't look into this, if other countries also celebrate a Valentine's Day, or maybe they have some other form of celebration for love. I actually, have always honored Valentine's Day to be a celebration of love. I love love. We all love love, right? And my license plate actually says Be Love. B is my nickname. I've gone by B for over 20 years. And since I love love, I don't know, someone years ago was like, you're Be Love, I just really kind of resonated with that. I know it probably sounds to some like too hippy dippy or something, but we can do whatever the fuck we want with our name, right? So I can go by B, which I spell B-E. And I didn't just want to be the letter B. And I didn't want to be like B-E-E, like a bumblebee. So I was just like, just be. I think it's good just to be and to be confident in who you are. And so I just spelled it B-E. And of course, we can say be this, be that, be this. And why not be love? We all need to be more love. We all need to be more loving and kind and compassionate in the world. So I'm going off on a little tangent here as I start. A lot of my podcasts, as you know, I tell some stories as I go along. I go by my blog. I write first what I want to speak about, and then I tell stories in between. So on this blog today, probably because I love love so much, and there's so many fascinating, beautiful images around love, I put quite a few photos, almost, it was hard to pick which ones. Some of them are my own, and some of them I found online through Canva or Substack. And I'm going to be going through some things of how we can self-love ourselves, how we can show ourselves love, because many of us may not have a partner to share our love with on this so-called Valentine's Day, honoring this day in which is a national holiday in our country of the United States. And others, may have children that, their schools are celebrating in some way, but it is a national holiday. And my partner and I actually decided this year, this was our 5th. I think, wow, this was our 5th Valentine's Day together. And thinking back on our first Valentine's Day, which we'd only been together for a few months, we, were just had to go to the hot springs and to do this whole getaway weekend and get all these gifts for each other. And it was like, quite an ordeal, right? As, when you first get together with somebody that first year, it's like ultra special and like all the things. But every year we've always acknowledged, done something nice for each other, gotten maybe some kind of gift, card, gone out to dinner, whatever, we may do. This year we just looked at each other and we were like, yeah, we're good. I don't think we're going to maybe do that every year, but this year we were like, yeah, we don't need to participate. We don't need to buy anything. We, acknowledge each other, but it wasn't like we felt like we wanted to be part of all the I don't even know what the word is, but the dramatization of this day, which was 2 days ago now. So I am doing this on Sunday, as I usually do. Valentine's Day was Friday. And I wanted to just go over how we can show ourselves love and actions. Most of them are very free. Actually, all of them are free, except for, if we have to buy food or if we want to buy something special for ourselves to nourish ourselves. There are things that cost a little bit of money, but we don't have to spend money to show ourselves love. So, what are ways that we can show ourselves love to heal? Because we all need more healing. Like I always say, start the healing now, stop the killing, and start some healing today. We have all heard of how important of loving thyself is. And many of us are so caught up in the day-to-day grinds of our lives that we forget or just don't make this a priority. And if we don't make it a priority, we start to feel it. We start to feel overwhelmed because we're giving too much to the outside world. We start to just feel, broken in some way. It's very important to pay attention to how we're treating ourselves. And anyways, I can just kind of go on, but I'm going to try to stick to what I've written so I don't miss something. I totally know firsthand, being a mom over the past 30 years, which is my entire adult life. I started being a mom at age 21. How complicated making time for myself can be. Rushing around, getting caught in Babylonian forces, so to speak, will pull you away from self, as can caring for others, becoming selfless over time with the responsibilities that carries. I believe that we are all here to help one another in some way, to be of service by offering the gifts that we came here with, fulfilling our God-given purpose. This is truly living life to its fullest when we can do this. The caveat of caring and giving to others is that in order to do this sustainably, meaning that we will sustain the whole of what is, we must first take care of ourselves, right? So first, yes, just like they tell you on board an airplane before you take off to put your mask on, if something were to happen, that you need to put your oxygen mask on first before helping anybody else. That's always been hard for me to hear, because when I think about it, I'm like, okay, well, if I was by myself, yeah, I would do that. But if I had my child with me, I honestly, it wouldn't be any doubt in my mind. I would help my child first. I would definitely be helping my child to make sure that they were safe and they had their oxygen mask on first, even if they could do it themselves, even if they were 15, 20 years old and, they knew how to do it. I just make sure that they're good, before I was making sure that mine was good. I just would. I don't know. I mean, we have a choice, right? And I think a lot of moms feel the same way. So when we care and love our own body, we are not just sustaining our own well-being, but that of our spirit, honoring our temple body that we came here with. So when we can do our best self and actually live to the fullest potential, fulfilling the purpose of being, when we are living our best life in healthy well-being, then and only then can we truly help others in the best ways. As we feel full inside, filled with love, health, and light, we naturally pour this out onto those surrounding us. So we must make sure that our cup is full or full enough before we start just pouring out everything that we have out of ourselves. And this can be, a tricky situation, I know. What are daily practices that show your body self-love? So I'm going to go over some simple things here that we can all do. There are many, and interestingly enough, they are mostly free. The first one is what we are feeding our body. Now, the free part of this is food that I'm speaking of is our thoughts. Our thoughts are food. If you think about this, right, everything that we are thinking over and over throughout the day, we're feeding that back to our body. Our thoughts become food. What we are thinking, we are giving back not only to our brains, but this is going, as we know now, into our cells. Our thoughts are affecting us on a cellular level. So every part of our body then is being affected, creating either peace and healing or destruction within, literally. What vibes are you surrounding yourself with? What do you listen to? Podcasts, social media content, movies. What are you taking in on a daily? Can you feel this? How do you feel this? What you're seeing with your eyes visually or listening to auditorily? What is happening? Think about that. Bring awareness to it. These are all affecting your well-being, and these are all actions of self-love. Becoming aware of what sounds, sights, and vibrations are surrounding you on a regular basis can be life-changing. I've been listening quite a bit to calming music from many different genres, and it's fun and definitely helps my stress levels. There are endless sounds from Native American flutes to African koras to singing bowls and didgeridoos. My latest audio addition is the Self-Love DI, or Deep Imagining, from TBM. TBM is also known as To Be Magnetic, and they have an excellent podcast. For one, that's how I found out about them. The podcast is called the Expanded Podcast from TBM. The app, I believe, is called TBM, To Be Magnetic. And throughout this app, there are dozens and dozens of DIs, these deep imaginings, that cover all bases of life. Whatever you're going through, whatever you're needing to get through, it's an awesome. I'm totally endorsing them right now, and they don't even know it. But I love to endorse the world, and nobody even knows I'm doing it. But yeah, I'll put a link in the show notes, and they have a self-love DI. It's amazing. And behind their DIs, you can also listen to the binaural beats that they have behind the DI, and that is very healing as well. So sound therapy is just one piece of the free pie, although the app is not free. The app does cost a monthly fee, a little bit more than Spotify actually, but very well worth it if you can do that. So I must, of course, state the importance of what we consume for nourishment. I'm all about this. Even if you are a carnivore, okay, if you eat meat, please consider if it's really necessary to consume animal protein daily, or can your body eat less? Does your body really need animal protein on a daily basis? This is important. I say that this is important for this self-love action because when we're eating animal meat, especially, we're eating an animal that sacrificed its life for us, right? And especially if we're consuming meat that was not created sustainably, that was mass produced in an ugly, mean way by mega corporations and the big ag industry, where the animals were not treated right. They were probably really stressed out and depressed and were carrying these emotions in them when they died, when they were slaughtered, right? They had these emotions in them. Those emotions are part of that meat now. That is energy that is in that meat. Okay. That has been researched. That is true. And then you're in turn consuming that meat. If you eat meat, if you eat that kind of meat that is not grass fed, sustainably raised, organic, whatever, then you are also consuming the vibes that that animal went through and how they were raised. So that's just, kind of food for thought. I had to put this out here because this has to do with love and actions of love and vibrations and all that. So even if the price is a bit higher to buy food that is grown organically in a sustainable way, what's happening as you make this choice is showing love to source by not supporting pollution of our planet. We're all connected, okay? And our planet is part of ourself, God, source, the planet, human beings, animals. We are all connected. So if we're not supporting a corporation that is polluting the planet and what they're feeding the animals, then we are supporting the planet the opposing way. We are supporting something that's good for the planet. And that is showing love, right? That is showing love. Over time, our body becomes healthier as we consume less toxins by choice. Medical bills will be lower or even better, irrelevant, saving way more in the long run. It's all about awareness and practicing this awareness consistently until we feel the outcome, becoming healthier versions of ourselves. Touch is a fundamental human need that plays a crucial role in physical, emotional, and mental health. I was interested in looking up synonyms for the word touch, and it was kind of hard to find one. They're just not really another word that completely describes touch. So we all know what touch is, and touch can be when we're touching ourselves. It can be when we're touching someone else, but we're talking about ourselves, right? We're talking about self-love. So this is crucial for our well-being. And many of us become lonely for whatever reason at times in our lives. Even if we're with a partner, sometimes we're not getting that physical touch. This is something that's free, although some of us do pay a massage therapist to touch us. And that's totally fine. If you have money to do that, then you are getting your body touched. You're meeting that need, right? That's an excellent job to do, to give to someone. I thought about doing it. I became a shiatsu therapist, and I wanted to do that as a healing modality. I did it a little bit in my career, but what I've done is that I've incorporated some of the shiatsu that I learned in with yoga. So when I do personalized yoga consultations, I will show people certain ways that they can touch their body in certain poses going down the meridians. And it's like a specialized form of yoga. So touch has been linked to improved immune function, reduced pain perception, and faster healing, making it an essential component of holistic well-being. Scientific studies show that physical touch through hugs, massage, or even gentle contact can reduce stress, lower cortisol levels, and boost the release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone that fosters connection and trust. Okay, so beyond the biological benefits, touch nurtures emotional security, decreases feelings of loneliness, and strengthens relationships. Being touched plays a profound role in overall health and quality of life. If we don't receive this action from outside source, then it is essential to freely give this to ourselves. And we can. Even simply giving gentle massage to an area that's needing attention can be enough. Like I was saying, if you do yoga, you can be in a pose and you can actually just be aware of touching yourself at that time. If you're holding a pose for any length of time, even if it's for 20, 30 seconds, you can actually just take a hand and depending on what pose you're in, and just give yourself a little touch, a little massage, a little pressure, and maybe your thigh or your foot or your arm. It's a great thing to do, and the more you practice it, the more it will become habit. Also, incorporating a natural body scrub into your bathing experience is an awesome way to always making sure your body is getting touched. So if you're, in the shower or the bath and you have a body scrub that you like to use, you're massaging this into your body. You're being intentional. Sometimes if we're just using like soap, we just kind of, do it really fast and it's just kind of a light touch. I mean, that's something, and maybe that's doing something. But body scrubs are kind of a little bit more intentional. You're kind of, trying to scrub and kind of move in circular motions around the body, and it's a little bit more in depth. Be Love Healing Apothecary, which that is mine, yes, offers holistic well-being products created with the love in California, blending the finest ingredients. I have a bath and body scrub. I call it Bath and Bod Scrub that I make. It's blending sea salt, Himalayan pink salt, coconut oil, and coconut milk powder, rose petals, and dulse. Dulse is a seaweed. It's kind of a reddish color. So this scrub has a beautiful, like reds and pinks and whites all kind of mixed together. And you can put it in your bath, a couple scoops in your bath, or you can use it as a body scrub. You put some in your hand and then you can use it scrubbing into your skin in the bath or shower. Skin brushing or skin scraping with a gua sha tool made from stone or wood. This is an excellent way to give your body love. I have a wooden one that is larger than the stone ones. They're usually a little smaller. They can be used on the face. But the wood one that I have is for the body, and it covers like a larger surface area. Gua sha, a traditional Chinese medicine principle, encompasses the practice of scraping the skin to promote healing, recovery, and drainage of toxins and negative energies. This technique involves using a smooth edge tool to gently scrape different parts of the face and body, aiming to expand or burst blood vessels, causing red dots called petechiae, I'm probably saying that wrong, to appear, which, according to TCM, increase energy flow. Now, you don't necessarily have to go to that length, but if you're doing it like a lot, like they would if you were, with a TCM practitioner and they were using a gua sha tool and you were paying money for somebody to like do this therapy to you, like on that kind of a level in a clinical setting, they would be like trying to do that. Just like with acupuncture, how it really increases blood flow and you actually, feel like tingling, and sometimes you might even feel pain, and it's really like doing something, right? It's active. Benefits include increased circulation, decreased inflammation, and more. Link will be in the show notes. Now, I wanted to talk about vitamin L. Vitamin L is, yes, vitamin love. It has been referred to this for years now, and it's because it's essential. And vitamins are essential. There's different ones for different things. They do different things. Vitamin L is essential. We all need it. So now there's a vitamin L deficiency disorder. It's a metaphorical disorder caused by a lack of emotional, physical, and environmental nurturing during critical developmental stages of childhood, especially during the first 4 years of life. Because of the fragile nature of an infant's child's rapidly developing brain, any developmental disruption or harm to it will result in a lifelong template for pathological thoughts, feelings, behavior, and or a variety of mental health disorders. This may be a very common factor in our culture, leading to widespread self-love deficits. Think about it. So many of us that don't get enough love and nurturing and touch in those very early years, maybe even it starts as early as in utero, then we're going to have some difficulty, let's say, some love issues later in life. So it seems that it would be tough to love thyself when we may have not received the proper affection as a child in crucial developmental years. Research in a comprehensive meta-analysis published in Nature Human Behavior in April 2024 concluded that touch interventions significantly enhance both physical and mental well-being, leading to reductions in pain, anxiety, depression, and stress among adults. Okay, so now let's not forget the importance of daily rest and movement. Rest is essential for rejuvenation of our minds. As we sleep deeply, we are downloading all the thoughts, sights, feelings from the day. Healthy sleep will help to discard some of this, at least from not overloading us the next day, although we may still need to process in other ways to offset the damage that may be stored. A good bedtime routine consists of dimming the lights, checking in with self as to what you need. May it be a bath, shower, meditation, prayer, reading positive and inspiring words, whatever makes you feel relaxed. There are many herbs that help the body to relax and sleep better. I actually make an excellent relax tea. I think that's what I call it, relax tea. And it is part of my apothecary. There's 2 teas I've made so far. One's a roots tea that tastes like a snickerdoodle. And it's a very good detox, blood purification, really nourishing tonic tea. And then the other one is a relax tea that will help with sleep, but it won't necessarily put you to sleep. You could, take it just if you're really stressed out. I should say you could drink it. Magnesium, vitamin D, and glycine are all helpful supplements to take before bedtime. Going to bed anxious is never a good recipe for healing restful sleep. Eating before bed also will disrupt healthy sleep, as then your body is more focused on digestion of food particles, which it cannot do best in the late hours of the night anyways. Daily movement practice, even if it is walking at a healthy, active pace for 30 to 45 minutes, will show your body love, protecting you from diseases. Who wants stagnating blood, lymph, and cells? Stretching or yoga daily, even if just 10 to 20 minutes daily, will also send love signals through your being. And finally, exploring ways to laugh and smile more will naturally illuminate thyself. One of my favorite exercises or movement therapies is dancing. My ultimate dream is to offer an all-ages community dance studio that serves medicinal teas, a space to unite and move your body freely, energetic, soul-aligned vibes for everyone to enjoy. Thank you for listening today. I'm going to have my links in the show notes, which will be on my Buzzsprout website, which showcases all of my podcasts. I also have a Substack where I wrote this blog and have beautiful pictures attached. If you're more into reading, you can read my Substack there. I will put a link as well. And wherever you're listening, there will be links to everything I'm talking about. And I would like to ask if anybody is interested in me maybe making shorter segments where I'm on video. I've been wanting to have guests on my show, and that just hasn't happened yet, but it will. I mean, I had one guest, I think my daughter a few months ago, but I wanted to have like once a month have a guest on the show, and I will do that. I've talked to a few people, but just, scheduling and all that's a little complicated. And I think people get like camera shy, or they, don't want to. And I actually want to be able to do video. I just don't want to do like a half-hour podcast where I'm just like on the screen talking. I would rather do shorter segments. So I'm wanting some feedback here. If you want to see me and have me do video instead of just audio, and have each podcast be more like 10 to 15 minutes instead of like a half hour, then I'm going to try to do that. So just please give me some feedback. And I would love it if you could give me a 5-star review. And please reach out. And if you're somebody that you want to collab and share information, and if you're wanting to know about any of the other things that I'm doing, please check me out at consciouschoicesforall.com, where I am currently redoing my website into a more modern, updated version with Squarespace. So some of my pages may not be available right now, but I am going to be offering a great pain management naturally program starting probably in about a month or two for any of those of you that need help healing your pain naturally. I have a 90-day program that I'm going to be offering very soon. And I will keep doing the podcast because that's something I can consistently, and I love doing every week, no matter how many people are listening. This is my offering to the world. I want to share information, and it's helping me get my voice anyways. So, and then once I'm on the screen, I'll get even more confidence, right? And then maybe I'll get a speaking gig or something. And yeah, so thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. I will become love. 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 Thank you all so very much for listening today. I genuinely hope that you learned something, and I invite you to join me each week so you never miss a conscious wellness beat. This podcast holds a special place in my heart dedicated to my evolution here, my passionate mission to spread more consciousness for the much needed wellness on Earth. Come join me as a guest as well. Let's collaborate, making change for future generations.